Hey Fetters, how's it going, man? It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while, brother. I'm good, man. Yourself?
Can't complain. New year, just trying to figure this shit out, trying to crack the code.
Absolutely, brother. That's all we can do, man.
So I originally, I woke up this morning and I was, paying attention to what's going on with all this ice shit. I don't really follow this community shit with this Flame Strider, whatever his name is. I think that I feel like he's paid, man. I feel like somebody's paying him to do the shit he's doing. Because there's no way that you could wake up every morning and say, yo, I'm just going after ghosts. I'm just gonna make shit up. Some of it might be true, but I'm just gonna fucking fabricate everything.
I agree. I agree 100%, bro. It's something he came out of nowhere and just very bizarre. So,
Yeah, very I don't know. He does use a lot of words, or I guess you could say lingo that would be like, I don't know, like real professional behind a desk with the guys with the white shirts kind of shit. I don't know. His teeth are just too clean for me, man.
bro, right?
Yeah,
Bro,
like he's never been through nothing, man. And I hate this. I don't know, man. What the fuck is he? I don't know. I don't know.
bro, I feel you, man. Yeah, I don't get it either, bro. It don't add up.
It don't. It don't. But we've been talking about plants and all this other agents of chaos and people that create narratives, or the powers that be that are in power at whatever level they are, just try to keep shit stagnated. Because that's really what's taking place.
Yeah.
He's any kind of growth that could possibly develop. He's hindering that and keeping everybody on a, I don't know, a drama kind of stuck in a corner, almost like a cattle dog.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. He's trying to do damage, man, and it's obvious what he's doing, man. It's quite disgusting, to be honest with you. Hey man, if somebody is a PDF or a weirdo, man, by all means, man, like I think they should be brought to light. But bro, we all know what the dude did. We read it with our own eyes. We've seen it. Like, that what he did is exactly what he's trying to point fingers at others for doing. Allegedly. And it's hypocritical, and he's attacking people for a reason. And he's going after strategic people for a reason. I believe that. And I agree. There's something up with the dude for sure.
Yeah, but enough of this guy, man. What's your thoughts about what's going on with this shit, just in general, in America? Because
Honestly, I'm I'm tired of it, bro. Like I talk about it to less. I'm trying not to talk, you know, uh, about stuff like this on here, but we'll discuss it lightly because I
yeah,
think
yeah,
it's
lightly. I got you. I'm not gonna get
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. No, for sure. I think it's important. My whole stance, just so you know, on uh the Dawn is changed, man. I feel very disappointed and let down this time around. I think that this country is focused on other things that it shouldn't be focused on. I think there is some need for going and getting some people, but I think that what's happening is getting a little carried away for sure.
Yeah, there's already a process in place for that. We've been doing that for fucking decades, if not, half a century, if not more, right? Like a real due process for,
Right.
immigrants and all that. They're supposed to have their process. What I'm seeing right now, so I know, I know I've said this a lot, and a lot of people disagree with me, but that thing that happened with Robert Brooks in New York State, those CEOs um, that got arrested, they had a lot of loyalists and I guess you could say correction brothers that lost their job, close to 2,500 of them.
Wow.
So when I see these agents that are out here doing these things, guess who's the first person I think of? And this is the same way they treat us in jail. The same shit they're doing out there right now. It's I can identify because that's how the CEOs move upstate, just like that. They might be a little leery, but Once they get everything together, it's over. It's like it never happened.
Yeah, and I've seen that too, man, in California. Like there's a lot of corruption, man, and you'll see that they won't like a certain individual for whatever because maybe he uh, keeps them on their toes because he files appeals on them for their actions and their violations of constitutional rights. They don't like people that file paperwork on them, and they don't like it even more because when people file paperwork on them, it makes them realize that they're not scared of them. They're not intimidated by the cops. So what they'll do is they'll wait until dude comes out of the chow hall and pretend like they're going to search him because they think he's got an apple on him or something, and then they'll rough him up a little bit and put him in cuffs, and he might turn his head to say "fuck you," and then they'll dip him on his head and beat him up, and then say he assaulted when he was in handcuffs already.
Oh, that's nice. Where you're at, that's actually nice. New York
Yeah, I've
State,
seen worse, but yeah, you know what I mean. That's just an example.
that's a nice setup right there. That
That's what they do.
see, that's
And
too
it's
nice for New
25
York
to
State.
life sentence because if you got strikes, you're fucked.
So
Yep.
in New York State, right? Like the beat up squads, they had just like these little Gestapo cliques that they got with ICE. That's why it's so identifiable. I see, even though they got masks on, they are just the behavior pattern is identical. So you got beat up squads. So they'll hold down different parts of the compound and the jail, whether it's checkpoint fucking A and B yard or checkpoint fucking mess. It does not matter. Like, and then, it's certain shifts of the day. So during the day, that's when the warden, everything's open. It's it's a business today. But after 5 o'clock, son,
Right.
oh boy, does shit change.
Yep. You're right. Yeah, you're
Those
right.
beat up squads, they'll put you on the wall and they'll dare you to move. I'm talking about just a just a little bit. I'm talking about give them a reason, and you might not. They just might take it for what it is. None of that, yo. Get on the wall. Yo, listen. They're grabbing the back of your pants. They're pulling your pants up and they're giving you a wedgie. No talking, like, and there's four of them. I'm talking about like two on each side and one in the back. Like, well, 4 or 5. But they get on you, get you on that wall, they do their thing, and you might not make it to the box. You might make it to the box, but if you make it to the box, you're not going to be the same.
Yeah, man. Sad.
So I say that to say this: the same characteristics that these ICE agents are kind of like getting familiar with, and like they're getting comfortable because they're still fresh. But I can see the resemblance of New York State corrections officers and their trainings and what's happening now.
And see, that's the thing, and I don't think people understand this. And I'm talking about people that haven't been to prison and stuff. Um, they will, and like, look, some may feel like, hey, they're, and I'm this. There's two sides of the coin. Some people feel like they're doing a service. Some people feel like they're doing a disservice. No matter what side of the coin you sit on, just know this: every day that passes, they start to get more and more power hungry. They start to
The,
abuse that
the
power just a
comfortability is
little more.
coming.
Yep, they start feeling a little more comfortable in the position they're in, like DVS said, and then they start doing just a little bit more every day, just a little bit more, a little extra, and the anger and the animosity builds amongst both sides, the people that are protesting them and the and them, and then the next thing you know, it's just a matter of time before.
Yeah,
And
no, and it looks like it's getting like that because almost every time I look on the news now, like not like main media, but like the underground news, the ones that's on the ground, something's yo. This kid just got shot in the face with a rubber bullet. He's lost his sight in his eye. All right. I mean, so first of all, people will be like, "Yo, he's out there protesting." I'm very different. I have a very different set of principles, and when it comes to freedom, right? So I get people are gonna push against that, but if you don't protest, they're gonna do whatever they want. So you might be like, "Oh, these guys are assholes," but really, these guys are trying to protect freedom. As crazy as it might may sound, and people are like, "Oh, no, no," because The narrative has switched everybody to a different point of protesting is bad, where protest is really, I mean, I can get crazy, right? But protest is the start of things, right? If we don't show that there's a resistance, then they'll just do what they want.
Right.
And what they're doing right now is showing we can do this to them, right? Migrants, whoever, and we can do this to our citizens. And I really feel like that's not even for the migrants. It's really to show us that, yo, if you get out of line, this shit can go down with you too.
And I've thought about that, bro. I've thought about that, and I've thought about them being used for that exact reason, to like almost like fear mongering in a sense.
Willie Lynch. So I know a lot of people go, yo, you talk this Willie Lynch. When I say America is the biggest plantation, I bullshit you not. I believe this with the center of my soul. Look at what they're doing. I'm just saying there's a comparison into a lot of what the Willie Lynch syndrome, uh, you know, has in the programming. And let me tell you, it's it's right on the money.
Yeah, man. And the one thing that bothers me, man, is I feel like, man, I hate to say this, and I'm just being real, man, but I've seen such a change. If you look at the Don, I'm just gonna call him that because I don't want to say his name, but I'm working hard on trying to get out of the shadow ban thing. Um, I'm getting there. But the Don, man, like, the first time around, he was really about America. He was really about America, it seemed, and he didn't kowtow to these other people in the right that were like pushing for war and this and that. And now this time around, it's like a whole fucking different person, completely different person. And I'll tell you when the change happened. It was after the assassination attempt. So I mean, I don't know, man. Like it's just he I would hate to think that he's using these people as a way of like pushing his weight around and trying to show everybody, not just the illegals, but everybody, that he's the big dick in town, and that you fuck with him, he'll send these people out there for you.
So
And
I don't mean to cut you off, but
oh, go ahead.
did you see the means and ways of the extraction for the president of Venezuela?
No, I didn't. I know that there was like a big like
Mm.
presentation type thing about it, but I didn't really see it. Kind of,
When you get a chance, I'm gonna try to give you a little bit without getting crazy, right?
yeah.
But when you get a chance, and this goes out for all the viewers and everybody here, go check it out. The 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 weaponry is not even of this realm. And I'll say that to say this. They had helicopters with some sort of microwavable, I don't know the exact terminology. I got to look into it. I just have the understanding in my brain and I know that it's bad. It's like a microwavable uh, shoots out rays and it can do it from very far away. So anybody that's in an area, it incapacitates them.
Mm.
It gives them like nauseous feelings, nosebleeds, and they're incapacitated. So it's almost like you could walk past them like you're God. And that's exactly what these guys did. And as they walked past them, they turned them off. And
Hmm.
then when they were done, they brung this guy out like it was a door to door service. And then the remains of his bodyguards and soldiers got put in a maybe a 2x2 box and sent back to the country.
That's crazy, man. And yeah, 420 vets, talking about it. Yeah, ship. That's where they use them from is the ships. And I, bro, I know I've been doing, some research a little bit on these lasers and stuff without getting too into detail, but and there's a lot of stuff that you know the government and other governments have that like 420 said we don't even know about. We have no clue. There's the technology is so far advanced beyond what we even realize. They're not going to let us know what they have. They're not going to let us know the top secret shit that they
So
have.
you want to hear something even crazier that just came about? I believe that we're being sold out to some sort of life form, right? For whatever, and our data is the currency.
Well, it sure does seem like they care about our data and everything about us a whole lot. That's for sure.
So I know that might have sounded a little crazy, right? But let's say the powers that be have some sort of power where they can, I don't know, negotiate lives and souls of the planet, right? And they're like, yeah, listen, we need your weaponry for our own shit, but to keep you away from us, we'll give you our data on everything that's taking place over the globe. Because if you take enough data from someone, I'm pretty sure there's some way that you can, and I believe so. There's other things that contribute to this. I believe there's a part of whatever it is that's collecting our data and learning us has the ability, like I said before, I've thought about things around my phone. I didn't even say it, just thought, and it's come up. And I mean intricate shit, like shit that shouldn't be so like 3 feet away from when I was thinking 5 minutes ago. From the time that I thought about it to the time I picked up my phone, it's a little scary, bro.
Yeah, bro.
So,
I know what you're talking about. I've had that happen to me too. It's very
so if that can do that, why can't that download our souls,
mm,
which would be data and could be used as currency or put into like a, you know, we could be fucking holographic slaves in other fucking parts of the universe. You never know.
yeah. I mean, it's true, bro. I mean, if they can control every aspect of us, I mean, you already see it with them trying to put these little devices in us and stuff. You know what I mean? Um, yeah. I mean, if they can control every part about us, they win. They have full control,
Yeah.
and it
And
kind of seems like it kind of seems like the objective in some senses.
well, where would our data go? When they collect our data, it goes to a data bank, right?
Hmm.
And then when it goes to the bank, what do? Throw it away?
No.
Or they take it and they package it or compress it and then use it to do something else with it, which is what? Well, it's a currency.
Yeah, it's true. You're right, bro. I mean, if you really think about it, and there's no doubt our data is already being.
But a currency for who? I mean, it makes shit go around right now, but in the bigger scheme of things, it's and we're supposed to be in contact with intelligent life from wherever, right? Supposedly. Let's not forget the UFOs, right? So let's not forget that shit.
Right, that they
So,
told us was not true, and we found out it is.
so what the fuck? Whose who whose currency is this? Because it's not ours,
The elite.
but it's not theirs either. You're using it to negotiate with who?
Mm, yeah, you're right.
10 hats wasn't too fucking crazy if you ask me, man. I wish they would have froze their asses. Please. I wish they just had a fucking army of those guys. Just let them out into society. Yo, we're here like fucking druids.
Right.
Yeah, man.
So Berserker said currency for the government to keep us in check.
I hear that, but something else is somebody else is. You just can't be the monopoly guy and just Nobody. Come on, there's got to be somebody. We have technology that is not our own.
Hey, can I tell you something real quick before we carry on this conversation, bro?
Absolutely.
I believe everybody comes into people's lives for a reason, for whatever it may be, man, or comes around for a reason. You know, whatever their presence is made felt for whatever reason. And you have come up here and helped me get shit off my mind right now, and I just want to say I really appreciate it, brother. Thank you.
No, yeah, and my condolences. The banter that I had went back and forth with all the fuck shit in the past, man. Um, Sincerely, genuinely, from my soul to yours, man. Condolences, bro.
I appreciate that, bro, and likewise, man. Like that shit's all, mm, dead to me, man. I don't care about anything that happened in the past, bro. I'm trying to move on, man, and do something different, man. What I originally meant to do from the beginning here,
No, yeah,
on the line, I got sidetracked and fell off, and I feel stupid for doing so. But you live and you learn, and I'm just trying to do this the way I originally wanted to do it, man, for the right reasons, and just
well the
without all
fact,
the extracurricular activities.
yeah, well the fact that you're able to evolve says says a lot, speaks volumes. So, and you can tell there's definitely been a shift on on everything that you're doing. Um, you're a lot more humble. You have a lot more humility. You know what I mean? You're not entertaining the fuck shit because why would you? It's only going to do what? Nothing. Nothing is going to keep you stuck in that situation. So
Absolutely.
I definitely, I know I see the growth. I know everybody else sees it as well. So just keep on doing what you're doing, man. Stay righteous and just follow the path.
Yeah, I appreciate it, brother, and likewise, man. I sit back and I watch, and I don't comment all the time when I'm watching you guys, man. But bro, you got a good head on your shoulders, man. Despite if we have difference in opinions in some areas or whatever, you have a good head on your shoulders, bro. You're a smart dude, and I think you carry yourself very well when dealing with people, honestly, and you know how to tune it out. I think it's funny as shit when you just shut it out, bro.
Yeah, not what I mean, like there's only so much that we can do, right? Like I'm used to like real life shit, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm just I'm the dog in the kennel that's gonna shut the fuck up until the gate opens. You know what I mean? Like, are you gonna do all the barking? Man? Come on, I barked already. I'm good. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Whatever. But that's how it is. A lot of these dudes don't. It, I'm stuck in the kennel. You know what I mean? I can't do shit. Let me just shut the fuck up, bro.
right. Yeah, it's true though, man. It's like no point in it after a while. It's like, yeah,
It's
I'm good.
cool. And then, but when somebody just like this fucking retard flame shotter, when he's just like he doesn't let up. Like, where's the stamina coming from, kid? Like, holy shit! I hope your man gets up like that for your wife. What the fuck?
Man, bro. And
Yeah,
I
like
don't
what
think
are you
he's
doing,
working.
bro?
I don't think he's working. So I mean, I don't know, bro. Like he must be getting paid somehow. It's just bizarre, bro. So you know,
Well, they got those informant jobs now that they fucking give to the guys that are real uh willing to give up information. They usually get put on a payroll. I'm not gonna lie.
hmm. Yeah, I wouldn't know nothing about that, but I've heard about it. So
No, no, yeah, I heard about it too. I mean, shit, it's like a real fuck. New York City, there's fucking snitches getting paid fucking $150,000 a year, depending on how hard they go. Shit is fucking wild. It's a fucking real thing. Like,
I've heard about that. So when I moved out here to where I'm at now in PSL, they I had a couple people that I knew off of YouTube that I had, that I met when I moved out here, but knew from California off of YouTube. And when I got out here, and they let me know, man, like, I know you ain't doing nothing, but just be very careful because there's a lot of paid informants out there. So, I took heed to that. Not that I'm doing anything I have to worry about, but still, You just don't want to talk about certain things, maybe in your past or whatever, to people that obviously you don't know and don't trust, and could be a paid informant. So
Yeah, yeah. The, what I think is, I think that kind of died down. All that money that they were using for the informants kind of went to ice. I mean, if you think about it, right?
only costing a lot of money, bro. And did you see, bro, them taking the rifles and stuff out of
So that was a setup. So that was just like them putting the bricks out during the BLM shit and all everything else, like antagonist shit and it's antagonistic shit. So there's no, how do you leave 7 to 8 vehicles with safes in them with guns and fucking paperwork and all that? How does that work?
yeah, that's it's
You
very
come on.
bizarre. It's very bizarre that they would leave their shit just out there like that, knowing that they have all those weapons and artillery in there, and knowing what
Gives them a reason to come back in that neighborhood though, because now they're gonna come back for them weapons. I'm
they're
pretty
gonna
sure.
find them. Yep.
Yeah, because now I don't know. I've been in jails where something happens to a CO, yo, they are going to set an example for the whole facility. It's not just the person that did it. Like there's jails that, oh, this is what we're doing, shut it down. And then aggression turns up to 150%. They're gonna do the same thing. They're gonna come back in the neighborhood wherever they left their shit, and they're probably gonna go fucking ape shit.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think and it's just like I saw another thing, man. And guys, look, imagine like your wife or one of the ladies in the chat, or your son or your daughter driving down the street, and all of a sudden they come up on this big old shit show with a bunch of cops and fucking protesters and everything, and they panic, and they're just stuck. They don't know what to do. And then all of a sudden, a cop's yelling at them to move, 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 and they don't know what, they're fucking freaking out. And the next thing you know, your fucking daughter, your son, or your wife is getting ripped out of the fucking car.
So,
There's been a lot of that happening, and it's sad because how do you know that person is really trying to interfere with them? How do you know they didn't just get stuck in the situation and they're panicking?
well, so when it comes to, I saw that particular video. So first and foremost, I want to say I love the community sense of everybody staying together and trying to help each other, right? When it comes to like, families getting snatched up, whether it's American, immigrant, whatever, everything in between. Because it doesn't matter if you're an immigrant right now, bro. It doesn't. So when I saw that lady get pulled out of that car, she was helping her community, even though she was stuck in a situation. But those officers did her dirty. But then that goes to show you they're going to set an example. Everything from here on is going to be an example of why you must comply.
Yeah, man. Um, it's some scary, crazy times, bro, that we're in. That's for sure, man. Real quick, Wayne, man, I see you, brother. Salute. I hope you're doing well, bro. And salute to everybody that's came in the chat, man. I see you guys. Tommy, everybody. Good morning. Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. We're living in some really crazy times, and I've told Leslie that. I told her that it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse.
No, they're getting bolder, and the mistakes that they've made, they've learned from pretty quickly. They're evolving. Like they're getting it together. They're, even though they were spread out and there was no uniform or like real militancy and like unit. Now they're becoming a unit. Like, and it's becoming, because they were sloppy in the beginning, man. Let's be real. This is why I said a lot of them had to be COs. Fucking sloppy as shit, man. And they would get scared too. You know what I mean? Because they're like, yo, am I really supposed to be here? Because if you look at the ICE fucking application, bro, you could be ICE right now, bro. Probably me
Yeah,
too. I bullshit you not.
that's wild.
So think about it. If you just start out and if a fucking CEO goes up there, they know they're pieces of shit, son. Like they know. Whoa. So they're self conscious and they're not gonna go all the way because they haven't felt that like they have that authority yet. They're still on like a secret, violent authority. It's not out in the open now. This is going to make them grow into something like the Black and Tans, man.
Yeah, and you know they had to hire a bunch of people quick. Like, you know what I mean? They had to find those bodies quick, man, because
That
there's a lot of them
two
out there, man.
that
And there's no way.
2,500 fucking CO depletion of New York State. I'm telling you, those are funky bunches, bro, and they all look like these motherfuckers, bro.
Mm.
Bullshit you not. I bullshit you fucking not.
So they shut that. What is it? They shut the prison down. All those guys lost their jobs. So then, yeah,
So when Robert Brooks was murdered by the officers, by the beat up squad,
right.
um, officers started protesting. They held the line of blue for their fellow officers because that is the fucking culture. This is the way they stay safe, and everybody knows it. I'm just being real. So when that happened, see that the thing about the unions in New York, they know that when they have everybody on board, they can fucking shut shit down. So when they shut it down, they send in a National Guard. So they had a certain amount of time to come back before they would be suspended or terminated. A lot of them pushed pushed the line and they got fucking fired. Guess what? They any law enforcement will take them. Anybody. It's New York State Department of fucking Corrections. We don't care what you did, how you did it. We just know y'all got shit done. Come through.
Hmm. Yeah, man. And just so you guys know, the person he's speaking of, Brooks. This is a convict, an inmate, however you want to refer to him. But he was a man that was brutally, I mean, brutally hard to watch, brutally.
And I'll tell you this, Fetters, that shit happens on a day to day basis in New York State Department of Corrections. I
Mm.
bullshit you not. That shit happens and nobody hears about it. Nobody knows. Families probably 99% of the time don't get fucking notified and they got to figure it out themselves. And then by the time they figure it out, he's in a pine box in the backyard.
And that's another thing, old flames talk shit about is somebody riding home or getting, trying to get word home that the cops are fucking trying to kill him or hurt him. He
He,
thinks that's being a rat or a piece of
he
shit.
doesn't know what he's talking about.
It's like, dude, what are you talking about, dude? If the cops are fucking with you, who else are you gonna fucking call
He's
to fucking
delusional. He's delusional, man.
hey,
His 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 reasoning, his logic, that shit is distorted. It's almost like he's got the brain rot and the alcoholic dementia got shit going on. You know what I mean?
man, bro, for sure, bro, because it just and he hasn't done any real time because if he did, he would know these things, and he doesn't. It's obvious he
You
doesn't.
can tell he's not. He hasn't done any real time because he really has all his fucking teeth in his mouth. No, I'm so serious.
People don't
Like
understand. You don't go to the dentist in prison because they just pull your shit. They don't really want to do any dental work. They don't do any like stuff on your front teeth. They're not going to do any type of cosmetic shit. They will yank your teeth. That's what they do. They pull them.
they'll give you a flipper after your shits is extracted. That's it. They'll give you two
Yeah,
motherfucking window panes. Here's two chiclets. Here, bow.
yeah.
And
So I mean,
that's about it.
so it's just nobody wants to go to the dentist. So usually people's teeth, people who've been in prison, their teeth aren't the greatest. I
Well,
mean, they're
I don't mean it like that. My thing is
rotted.
like his mouth is so reckless and he's so fucking retarded that it's like, how does he still have his teeth in
Oh,
his mouth? That's what I mean.
I
You know what I
saw
mean? Like
that.
you've been living this long in your life, talking
And you
this
ain't
much
got
shit,
shit
and
knocked out.
you ain't got no scars, no nothing. Your face is fucking clean. Your nose looks like it should be on the Alps. Are you fucking kidding me, bro?
You got a picture of him lumped up. I do got a picture of him. He's sitting. I'm not even gonna show it because he's sitting with his pops, man. But his face is all beat up, bro. He's got fucking big old scab right here. Fucking his eyes fucking look like he's just healing up from a shiner. But he's
Yeah,
sitting next to his pops, man. So I ain't gonna show that shit, bro.
I guess somebody was favorable and say I'm not gonna fuck this kid's life up all the way. I'm gonna just give him a beating.
Yeah,
Obviously, that shit did not work, right? Because
no,
he's still out here. I'm just saying, it's a lot more. He'd have been in a lot more scenarios in New York City talking like that. It's either he would have fixed himself or he'd have been real fucked up real quick. There's too many people to fucking deal with to be talking like that. You know what I mean? Like, who, where the fuck? and I'm not sure why it didn't happen yet. Maybe he stayed in the house his whole life, right? Drinking.
Yeah, that's. I mean, bro, it's like I said, man. His career in crime started like 2009, 10ish. You know, and he was born in '83. So I mean, you know, he's
What? That's like fucking 27, 28. You're almost 30 years old. What are you
exactly.
doing starting a crime, a career of crime? I mean, like, what are you doing? That's why when I looked at when they showed all this shit, I'm like, yo, what happened prior to all this crazy shit in this window period from then to now? What happened to everything before that? We don't know nothing. You talk about his parents. Well, you don't talk about. You ask him about his parents, and he gets whoa. He gets wild. I mean,
Yeah,
obviously you have some sort of picture with him and his father and all that. So his father had to be in the picture, but maybe his father beat his ass, right?
yeah. His father looks three sheets to the wind too. So you know, I mean, I'm just saying, I don't know, man. It's just he had to have had some type of I don't know, dude. Something's up with the dude, and he definitely bipolar.
Well, that's the alcohol, man. Alcohol will put you through the fucking emotional roller coaster, bro. That shit is a borderline mental health. Um, yeah, it gets. My mother was an alcoholic functioning for a while before she, she just, whew, but it deteriorates. I've seen the decline from, healthy, cognitive, logical to a little bit of those things with a lot of motherfucking spice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure, man. And that water on the brain, that's real shit, man. People that drink a lot it with time it will fuck you up, man. And I have a couple alcoholics that I was raised around, and one of them who beat the shit out of me growing up. So even having somebody in my face, I was talking about it last night. If anybody even gets around me in my face with booze on their breath, and it's even close to being hostile, yeah, I'm firing, bro, immediately because
I don't hit drunk people. You will go to jail forever, bro.
yeah, I know, but it
Uh,
triggers something in me, bro. It
I
fucks.
hear. So I get that. So I have the same thing. Like I could be, as long as it's a chill environment, alcohol is not an issue. You know what I'm saying? Once in a blue, occasional. But just to be around somebody who's constantly smelling like booze and have to deal with their ups and downs and then maybe their violence and maybe their happiness, I ain't got time for that shit, bro.
Nah,
I won't even be around you. Just if I smell that sitting of alcohol on you, like not yo, you just drank and you ain't drinking 4 months. I'm talking about that shit is seeping out of your pores. You know that smell?
yep,
Can't I'm out of here, but I
yep.
gotta
You,
go.
and you can smell it, bro. When somebody's a true alcoholic, it comes right out of their pores, just
Yeah,
like.
that shit is in their clothes.
Hmm.
Like I don't care how much showers they take. I don't give a fuck. And they'll be functioning. I've been on construction sites where dudes are reeking and functioning at work all day, and then they go back to the fucking bottle at night and then be there first thing in the morning before everybody else. It's wild.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Sorry, I was just looking at the comments, man. Salute to everybody in the comments. Eddie, I see you. I hope everybody's doing well this morning. Saturday morning live, man. We got a guest. DVS came up, man.
Yeah,
Start.
man. I had to pull up, man.
Yeah, make sure you tap in, man. I'm gonna drop a link in the chat. Matter of fact, I might have you in the thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay away from the protests right now because I'm pretty sure they're doing the recognitions and putting that shit in some sort of dossier or some sort of file. Um, I don't know, man. I'm trying to get my press pass to be honest with you.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I'm actually working on it. I gotta so out here in New York City, you gotta have six small documentaries or reports on the subject, and then I think you gotta make a video or a report on something so they could have the whatever it is. But yeah, I'm looking into that to try to get that. Shout out to B Luke, man. B Luke definitely is. He's on his bullshit. He is out there doing his thing, man. You watch B Luke?
Yeah, B Luke's good people, man, and he is doing his thing, man. Yeah, he's got a nice thing going on. Another one too is the W number.
No, W number. Yo, listen. Maddie is the man, man.
bro.
He is super. So when it comes to keeping mental health together, bro, I think he is the perfect specimen. He has his little moments, little bug out moments, but if you compare the time and the sanity he has and the wits and everything about him, that's minute. You know what I mean? It's not even a factor. It's actually like that's the child in him. You know what I mean? And I get that because he missed his childhood. I identify 250%. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I definitely. I've been checking his channel out, man, and yeah, I've been kind of separated from the prison genre for a while, man. But I've been tapping in with some of these channels, man, and just really looking at them and checking out their content, man. And there's some good, decent.
consistency is the key that they have too. They have good discipline.
Absolutely, you have to be, bro. You have to try to at least every other day get something uploaded, bro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You have to. Today is LA County Jail, the gang module, part one, man. I'll be dropping a video at 8 o'clock tonight on that, man. So don't miss it. But
Yeah, check it out. I'm trying to learn a little bit more. So I've always been curious about how the politics go. I've got a gist of, whatever it is that I've heard from people, what I've seen on documentaries and, all that. And I feel like I can get the feel for what the fuck it would be like, right? But then I can also say, because I know New York and I know New York City and Rikers Island and fucking upstate, I can actually identify everything that's taking place between the two, and it's so scary, bro. Like, how could I explain this? Time moves slow on the West, right? Time moves so fast on the East because of the human interaction, right? It's always something busting and moving. There's always you don't know who you're gonna meet in this city. I could walk out this fucking yo. I bullshit you not. I walked down the block. I saw Cuomo getting in his car. No,
that's
no, I bullshit you not. So it doesn't matter. You can fucking come out in New York City and meet whoever, any walk of life from anywhere in the world. It's fucking different. Whereas to the West Coast is they're still planted in old ways and segregation and military forms because of the Nam and all that. And that shit is wild. But it keeps, I guess, that plantation on that side in like controlled and you know. But now I say that to say this: the prison genre or the prison culture, I should say, has fucking spillaged into society to the point where it's almost going to be hard to tell what's what because people are moving like they've done bids before. They got the lingo.
right.
You know what I mean? They're talking shit that they don't even know what the fuck they're talking about, right? So,
Yep, it's
and
true.
these are civilians,
Yep,
and for whatever reason, the algorithm is in a way letting them think that that shit is okay.
yep. No, I agree, man. It's a trip, bro. You got people, that yeah, that have never even been to the county that are talking like they've fucking done decades, man. And it's wild, bro. It's a trip. It's a trip. Only if they knew, bro. Like it's not a badge of honor. It's not cool.
But you got
It's
to remember, so, and I hate to cut you off, my fault.
yeah. Go
A
ahead.
lot, a lot of people, the confusion now is right. And I was talking to Plug about this the other day. The military and prison are so much alike that it's actually scary when you really understand it. So the way I see it, when it comes to the comparison of prison and military, secretly in prison, there's always going to be a military front, a military mindset, right? A lot of these dudes that didn't make it to the service would have been in the service and probably would have been great fucking whatevers, right? Somewhere in the chain of command or whatever it is. Because a lot of these dudes on the West Coast, bro, believe it or not, are fucking soldiers. I'm talking about like if there was wars and there wasn't division, these guys would be on the front line to whatever the fuck it is in front of them. with no hesitation or questions asked. It's just in them. So what do you do when you have a fucking population of people that you can't get rid of? You either use them or you fucking lock them up,
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
right? But the comparison, even the structure, when it comes to mess hall, canteen commissary, visits, leave, ups, downs, status, E1, E2, all that shit. It's the same thing that's going on, but nothing's on paper. Same thing's going on in the fucking prison.
Hmm. Yeah, it's something to think about.
But I was definitely, I've always compared it, right? Because especially if you're gang related, right? If you weren't in a gang, because the same structure you got in a gang is coming straight from some sort of military, whether it fucking started from Egypt or Rome, wherever the fuck it came from. It's a structure in this motherfucker, and motherfuckers is following structure.
Yep, falling in line, man. Yep. Yeah, it's a scary situation, man. Especially when you see, man. I mean, when you see the writing on the wall, man. And like I've been sitting back since 2019 and just 2018, even in 16, man, and just kind of watching where. And remember, I went to prison when I was 18, so I came home at 31, and I didn't never got involved in anything like politic wise. Like I didn't really, I was naive to that kind of stuff. So when all this stuff started transpiring, obviously, I got pumped up and my heart got involved in it. But then I'm glad though, because it taught me a valuable lesson about politics in America. And the fact that none of them care about us. None of them give a fuck about us. They all care about their agenda, what they got going on, their money, their bottom dollar, fattening their pockets. It don't matter if it's left or right. They all got ulterior motives, and they could care less about us. They don't care. And it's and when you see what's happening now, that really should concern some people because
So I
it's
just want to stop you right here, Fetters, because what you're saying is exactly what I'm saying about the Willie Lynch syndrome and how the Willie Lynch project is still in effect to this day. I just wanted to keep on going, but bro,
I gotta read up on that. I'm gonna
you
have to
have to,
read
you
up on
have
it.
to,
Yeah,
you,
I'm
you
gonna read
should.
up on it.
It should be mandatory for everybody to read that fucking book. I bullshit you not. If you really don't want to know what the fuck is going on, read that fucking book.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna check it out. Thank you, Cindy. I appreciate that. Hippo character in tactical gear does tactical flanking maneuver hand gestures. I don't know what I must have missed something, but thank you so much, sis. But yeah, I mean, it is a stage. Absolutely, I see what you're saying. But yeah, I mean, it's if you look at the writing on the wall, it's scary, man. It really is. It's a scary situation, and just remember, man, it don't take much for those same people to turn on you. You know,
Well, they do it so Well, first and foremost, I think everybody's been conditioned to fucking just go along with a lie that they don't believe it's a lie,
right?
which is fucking scary because I'm like, how much fucking calcification is on the motherfucking, you know what I mean? Like, how much fluoride did they really pump into the fucking water? Because I don't know. I'm just not getting how the masses, right, can't see the bigger picture. But then I think about, I go into the whole other fucking part is selfish greed, all that other shit you was just saying. But it's so blatant if you just try to. But people love their beautiful lives, right? Beautiful lives of their lives of lies. They love that shit.
Yeah, man. I talked about it last night on a live, and that you know, my son very much hated this. You would have liked my son, dude. You would have liked my son. He very much
I bet.
he hated this world, bro. Like he hated what was happening. It was ugly to him. He despised it. He didn't like the hate. He didn't like the division. He didn't. He despised what the government was doing.
So you know what I believe? I believe drugs and alcohol and all these fucking chemicals, even well, not marijuana, to an extent, what they're doing to it now is it's something different from what it was before.
Right.
But a lot of people that take substances to suppress whatever it is that they're feeling, right? Because they're such feelers that if there wasn't nothing to numb that, they probably would have got up and fucking spread the word. Yo, this shit is a fucking lie. Let's go. Let's fucking wake up. Might have been ministers. Might have been fucking fucking men of word. You know what I mean? And passing on, and then they figured it out. Just like I said, the frontliners got to do something with them too, right? The thinkers and the feelers, give them some drugs. Fuck all that up.
Yep. It's true. It's so true, man. It's so true. And that's, that's what he did. He numbed himself, man. Just like I did. I did the same thing, that's part of the reason why I was in prison. And I numbed myself in prison. You know, it's just that's one thing. It wasn't until, about 4 or 5 years to the house that I finally started to work on self and look inside, man. But it you spend your time numbing all that because you don't want to feel it, and he definitely, most definitely did that because it was too much. He did not like the world. It's ugly, and I agree. There's some amazing people in it, beautiful people, amazing people. There's
Yep.
also some really dirty scumbag people, and there's a lot of people in power that just don't care about us, the little people.
Well, you got to remember, we're cattle, man. We're fucking stock. We're
Yep.
fucking
We're the breadwinners.
well, we're the feed, right? Because whatever happens down here, like when it comes to crime, that shit is the oil. The most valuable shit is at the bottom of the fucking barrel, baby. The fucking sludge. Sludge is the most expensive part of the fucking barrel, bro. We're sludge, bro. They fucking continuously use us, bro, to fucking oil the machine.
It's true, bro. It's true, man. And it's not until you really take a hard look at it and really be honest with self and what's going on, and then you figure it out and realize it.
Yo,
It took
one thing I don't mean to cut you off. One thing, and I think about my pops when I'm saying all this shit because yo, from a young boy, even though he wasn't there, like I would see him once a year, merchant marine shit. He's out going like fucking. He's living fucking like a pirate. But when I did see him, and I'm talking about from as young as I can remember, he was always trying to tell me about the fucking grand scheme of shit. You got to remember, merchant marines are the first with the information that comes through anything when it comes from the bottom up. Import export is different. If you understand the ins and outs of import export, you understand what's going on in the country. Just a small jewel. So he would always see me and be like, "Yo, America's going down the drain. Buy
mm,
American. Everything's going over to China. They're selling us out.
mm,
This, the currency, everything that's happening right now." He told me this shit from when I was young, bro.
mm. It just goes to show. I mean, I've talked about it before. I mean, this has been in play since the 60s, before the 60s.
Before the 60s.
There's a lot of stuff that's been in play that people don't even realize, man. And I mean, just the fact that just recently, uh, maybe 5 or 6 years ago, I think it was I think it was Obama that did it, if I'm not mistaken, but made it to where the media can lie to us. They can literally lie to us. They weren't allowed to do that before.
Well, everything else was a
They had,
lie, right? Like I'm gonna cut you off again, but
yeah,
everything
go
else was a lie. So when they realized like the lies could be coming to the surface, we got to make sure that we can lie now, because then that shit we're covered.
right. Exactly.
Bro, this shit is a game, bro. This shit is bro. This is checkers, not chess. And this shit is fucking Chinese chess too. At that, fucking there's fucking four people on this board with four king. Like it's crazy. Like I'm serious. Like this shit is fucking intricate. There's every time there's a loophole, there's a fucking loophole for something else. So
Um, heroin. And the first time I ever did it was in the gang module in LA County Jail. Before I went to prison, I did cocaine and I shot methamphetamine.
Oof, that's rough. Can
I
I
s-
ask what? How did you get introduced to that?
well, my family mostly, got introduced to drugs. First time I ever did coke was with my uncle when I
Piece of
was
shit.
13
Sorry,
years old. Yeah,
sorry.
no, it is. I mean, unfortunately, I think I was 13 or 14 the first time I smoked coke with my uncle. He got an inheritance because of surgeries that went wrong, and he got a bunch of money. And I went out with him to go cop. Literally was staying with him. My grandma went out of town, and I was staying with him, and I had to drive with him because he didn't want to leave me there alone. So, and on the way back, I took a hit off his fucking straight shooter for the first time. And then when I was 15 was the first time I shot meth.
That
Um,
was young, bro. What the fuck is going? How is it that easy? Well, out there, meth is like fucking. You can find that shit on the corner, right?
yeah, and back then in the 90s, it was a lot different, than it is today. But um, yeah, and I mean in the valley, in the San Fernando Valley, a lot of cooks out there and stuff. It was a big thing back in the 90s, meth back there. So um, and when I went to prison in county, it was the first time I tried heroin, and the first time I did it, I fell in love with it. It took all my pain away. It took everything away that I felt, and I fell in love with it. And
Wow,
without incriminating myself, I'll just say that I used it as a hustle for a while there, and did my thing. And rule number, was it two or three? I think it was rule number two that I put up: do not do drugs in prison, and that's for a reason. Bad things can happen. It don't matter whether you're the one that's helping supply it, or you're the one using it, or both, or whatever the case may be. No matter what, it's going to end up in a wreck sooner or later, and you're going to end up probably on the other side of the fence. It's just a matter of time. It always happens. It always happens. So it's just, but yeah, heroin is what I did.
damn. I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to those drugs right there, uh, that shit is almost impossible to get off of. The the so my mother used to get sick, man. I used to have to take care of her until whenever shit came through or whatever. And let me tell you, man, ooh wee.
Yeah, yeah,
Methadone wasn't a thing back then. Like
yeah,
the way my mother, kind of like passed away. Like, oof.
yeah. Oh,
But um, that shit isn't good either. It should be cold turkey if you can do it, but most can't. Respectfully,
very hard to do.
yeah, it's like, oof. It's dependent on your body. You know, what I mean, your body is dependent, and then I call it. So I've done my studies, right, and I know a lot of guys that have started dope in jail, and same reason you gave, stressed the fuck out, right? This shit just fucking numbed everything, and I'm not even here, fucking gone, and that throw up that first time they do it, that I
Yeah,
call that shit the soul leaving the fucking
yeah,
body, bro.
man, bro, they ain't lying, bro.
Because I've heard the story. It's like, and once you throw up, like once your gut fucking throws up from that shit, you're never the same.
Nope.
Never. And you're not like, and I know, my brother, this shit hurts me to my fucking soul to this day, bro. I knew him before he started dope. A1. I'm talking about if you wanted to do something and you wanted a fucking reflection of you in the best way, this is the kind of motherfucker you want to come with you. Like, I'm talking about in sync, one person, two in one. You know what I mean? That kind of fucking you know, understanding and movement in a militant aspect, right? Once he fucking hit that dope, not the same person.
No, bro. And that's
The eyes change. There's something like the eye changes forever. After you do that shit, there's something in that iris that fucking never comes back, bro.
yep. Yeah, it's crazy, bro. I don't think people really understand that have never experienced it or felt it or did it. But yeah, man, this brain infection turned thunder into madness. Tommy, man, much love, bro. Um, hey, salute to a person. Well, let me see, is it Perso Freedom? Am I saying that right? Perso Freedom, salute. Good to see you, man. Welcome.
From
Um,
France, man.
from France, yeah,
I wish
tap.
I knew. I wish I knew some France, man. Damn,
Yeah, I
some
don't know French.
French. I know
Man,
French, man.
salute,
I
man.
ain't gonna try it, man. That's it.
Right,
I ain't gonna try.
right. Yeah, man.
But yeah, it's good that you got people from over on other countries, man. This shit is moving out, man.
Yeah, it's
Have you put it out, or you have gotten anybody to you know pass it out in like the UK?
not. Yeah, I mean, Tina probably could. I haven't asked her. I probably should. I didn't think about that. Yeah,
Yeah,
Tina.
getting
Probably.
that out there, man. That shit out there. Here.
Yeah, for sure, man. Um, yeah, man. I love humanity. I love humans too, man, and I love humanity too. But unfortunately, humanity's becoming very, very. Uh, how do you say it? uh, it's becoming crazy.
No, it is. It's definitely it's the great reset. And in the beginning is when all this shit's got to have chaos in order. You have to reach the height of chaos, and then you have to have a come down. And then when everything comes down, it kind of settles where it should, where they think it should. But everything will settle, and then another 100 years, it'll be another fucking pandemic and another fucking reset some way, somehow. Every
Yeah,
100 years, this shit shifts.
yeah. Something happens. Something crazy happens. The Freemasons bugged my apartment, man. That's crazy, bro. I'm sorry to hear that. That kind of gives me Flamer Trotter vibes. Like he has the FBI next to him and across from him.
Yeah, you see, he always looking to his left and his right and up and down, and like, who the fuck are you looking at, my guy? What the
I do
fuck is
that
so
too.
important in that corner,
Dude,
man?
not as much as him, but yeah. I'm sorry the Freemasons bugged your apartment, man. That's. Have you dealt with that yet?
I would
Um,
love to hear that story, man. How the fuck did
yeah.
that happen?
As a matter of fact, the link is in the community section.
Yeah, pull the fuck up, man.
Talk
Pull up.
about it.
Yeah, that's
I yeah,
wild because that sounds intricate. Freemasons don't fuck around. They'll send a fucking electrician to your house. They're like, yeah, there's a link in the plumber and a super. Okay, I'll figure something out. Maybe a drone or some shit.
man, bro. Yeah, I mean, you click on the link in the community section and come on up, man. I'd love to hear that story for sure, man.
And Cindy, let me tell you, people. I've been saying this for fucking almost 5 years, going more than 5 years. I've seen a shift after COVID. There's there was a it was almost like an invisible wall where people had that was a safety net before they got too fucking crazy and they did some shit that they could not come back from. For whatever reason, COVID fucking took that wall down, and now people don't know the extent of how much is too far. You know what I mean? So it's like people are fucking losing it, and then when it's done and said, they're like, "Oh, what the fuck did I do?" But I believe it has something to do with good old reset and everything that came along with it.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. For sure. Real quick, man. Cindy, man, drug addiction is very difficult to conquer, but I believe in everyone here. I quit opiates in 2016, cold turkey, and now I'm literally terrified of drugs, man. Congratulations, Cindy. And yeah, everybody should be terrified of drugs, man. Everybody should be terrified of drugs. What's my dragon doing? Hold on, real quick.
Hey, Fetters, what do you know about the White Panthers?
Keep going, Mama. We'll bring you out. Come out.
Well, we'll get back to that. Yeah, there's a lot of things that are definitely scary that's taking place right now in the world when it comes to just people's behaviors and everything that they're just willing to do that they don't really understand the full consequences of. And it seems like people are becoming super violent, right? Like more violent than ever than I've seen, and I've seen a lot of violence. You know, 80s, 90s. It was a different type of time. It's almost coming back to the 90s where there was like very different set of rules. But yeah, the violence is at an all time high.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro.
So I asked before you stepped away, have you ever heard about the White Panther Party?
No, never. Is there a
So
such thing?
there is. So and it's legit too. So the Black Panther Party, Huey Newton, um, he said down. So there was a group of white people or white individuals that had a more like a hippie vibe to their cause, I guess. And they asked Huey, they said, "What can white people do to help the Black Panther Party and support?" He said, "Make a party of your own to support our party." So they made the White Panther Party. Then there was other variants, but they had ended up getting locked up for some things, almost an indictment. They beat it, and then they kind of fell back. And then the next thing after that was the uh, Rainbow Coalition. That was, I think it was four groups. It was the Noble Lords, the Patriot Party, the Black Panther Party, and no, three. It was three. Sorry, the Lords, the Patriots, and the Panthers.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
then you know what happened to the Panthers. They took them down. But there's another uh, chapter that, well, not chapter, another. Uh, they call them the old Black Panther Party. Um, they're picking up the same ways as PvP, but they're out there, and I'm talking about they're going after ICE. I think it's Chairman Paul. He's out there, fucking going against the pigs, man, hardcore. I think it's a little crazy. He's doing some wild, wild shit, but let me tell you, he is fucking. He is at the door.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Very
he's
interesting.
banging. He's banging on that motherfucker. We all know what happened to everybody else. I'm pretty sure, I hate to say it, but they'll fucking set an example real quick. So it can either, you know, get real ugly or it could ever die down like everything else does. But it looks like it's gonna be crazy because the way he's pushing, it's almost like it's bound to happen. They're gonna push back, and the way he's walking around, he's ready to go.
Hmm.
The way he's walking around, he is ready. I'm talking about. Let's see what's on the other side, pig. What's up? You know what I mean?
Yes, it's. I mean, that's. See, that's the thing, bro. Is it's gonna end up. I mean, like I said, the writing's on the wall, and it's gonna end up coming to the point where, um, it people are not gonna just lay down, man. You know, they're not just gonna lay down, and I don't know, man. I just we're heading into some really uh nasty times. Mama, what did you just do? You good? She totally just jumped off my back. I got my bearded dragon out. Mama, what are you doing? Where are you going? You can go up there. Go ahead.
You take very good care of your animals, man.
I
Just want
try
to.
to. I appreciate that. I try to, bro. People clown me and shit. I've seen people say, "Oh, you ain't gonna have that bearded dragon in a week. Yo, this dog will be gone in a week."
I don't pay that shit.
Oh, my
That's
dog, man.
stupid, man.
It's
Uh,
so
I
stupid,
feel bad. I feel bad for that dog that fed her. I mean, for Flame Shotters, man. His
man. He yelled
dog looked so
at me.
depressed, man. Oh my god.
He yelled at me the other night. I told him to shut up because he was snoring, man. I was like, "What the fuck?"
He's sick. That's why I know he's never been anywhere, man. Sleep is peace, man. You don't never wake anybody or anything up for any kind of peaceful sleep. And then when you do that kind of shit, you're a fucking scumbag. You scumbag piece of shit.
I don't wake my dogs up when they're snoring, bro. My
Bro,
dog sit
if I
next.
don't have to wake up my kids, bro, and they're sleeping, bro, my wife, anybody, bro, I'm go get your, you know what I mean? Being in jail, that's a thing, you know what I'm saying? That's the only escape you have in prison, right? So when you do get some fucking sleep, you don't want to be here, you know what I mean? So I don't know. It's just, I have a very different level of respect when it comes to certain shit.
No, I get what you're saying completely. Man, Cindy, that was a lot. Yeah, man. I'm glad you're doing good, sis. Yeah, man. I dropped your link though, man. If I'm gonna put it in the community section and share DVS's channel, stuck in the system. I'm gonna put it up in the community section because I know you guys can't click the links in these chats for some reason. So I'm gonna share. But man, if you guys haven't, man, please tap in with Stuck in the System and sub up.
Yeah, I appreciate all the subs. It's not much going on my channel right now. I kind of tend more to the YouTube streets and the life and shit. But soon in the future, uh, definitely there will be videos. I'm coming with a few things that you know I don't know about my life story. Maybe start a trilogy, episode one on whatever. But
Yeah, bro.
I'm gonna get into it. It's just I don't know. Sometimes I don't feel like talking about shit. You know what I mean? I just I've never been a professional bullshit talker. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah. It's hard sometimes, man. Like especially when you're talking real shit, bro. Sometimes you just don't want to talk about it. You know, when you've lived it and you've been through all of it, sometimes you just don't want to reminisce it. But
Yeah, no, yeah, that's the
as
thing
I
too,
get
man.
into, I understand fully what you mean. You know,
Yeah, a lot of dudes, some of these stories that you hear, it sounds sweet rolling off the tongue, right? Because a lot of it is added, so fucking spruced up that it's not even their own. So
right,
it's like there's no connection. You know what I'm saying? But when you really have a connection and you're not a bullshit fucking you professional bullshit talker, it's hard because you're trying to say what you want people to understand, but it's like you feel like you're being too raw, where people wouldn't understand it because people are so blinded. You know what I mean?
right.
It's weird.
I get what you mean. Yeah, man. I just let it flow, man. I don't like any of that fluff shit, man. I don't like. I just fucking hit record and go with it. The only thing I want to edit is putting my intro and outro on that bitch. That's it. I don't want to sit there and I just try to I mean, it's from my heart, man. So it just flows. And you can tell, man, when somebody's being real and when somebody's not, man. You can tell, man. You can
No,
tell.
absolutely, absolutely.
You can tell when somebody's trying way too hard to tell a story and when somebody's just flowing because it's real. You can tell. But yeah, man. Uh I hope something can change, man, but I just don't see a lot of brightness in the future right now, man, with the way everything's been going. I hope, you know, I don't know, man. I don't even know how I don't even know what to think anymore, bro. Every time I think, okay, maybe there's some hope, bam, some crazy shit will happen and or they'll throw some other wrench out there to try and distract us, you know what I mean? So it's just it's crazy, man. It just seems like it's just getting worse and worse with every passing day. And all we can do is live our best life and love those around us and just be the best person we can and make sure to prepare every day, whether it just be buying a few bags of beans or I mean whatever the case may be, but start preparing, man, because you just never know, man. Never know.
Well, with those weapons that I spoke about earlier with Venezuela, man, oof,
Yeah, that
don't
we that,
we
that
don't
would
stand a chance, man. We're fucked.
be helpless with that. It'd be totally helpless.
But I
Literally,
don't think I don't think if the government did that to its own people, that would be, oh, that would be tyranny. That would be different. That would woof.
yeah, I agree, bro. I agree. As far as I mean, man, I don't know, bro. I mean, we know other countries, man, have done things to their people, testing things out and stuff like that, man. And as we know it right now, I mean, we, you know, I don't know, it's some scary shit, bro. It's just crazy when you think about it, man. You see how far things are going, and it's sad, man. It's sad, man. Especially when we could have such a beautiful thing, man, and such. I mean, that, and yeah,
Yeah, no, yeah, no, shit. It's it's there, but it's like there's so much fog and bullshit between it that nobody can see that. You know what I'm saying?
yep,
Well,
absolutely
not the majority, anyways. I think
right.
that's the division part of it, right? That shit we gotta be divided in order for that shit to work. All this shit's gotta be fucking be able to process and work the way it does. But the only way that can fucking take place is if they divide everybody,
Yep,
make everybody selfish and more like me, sneemigo shit. You know what I mean?
yep, absolutely, bro. Yep, it's all part of the plan, man. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing.
Yep. Well, I got to get to this laundry, man. I got to get the day started.
Yeah,
It was a pleasure coming up here, man. Good
yeah,
talk,
man.
man. Building some shit, man. Talking about some real shit.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you coming up too, man. And it's all love and respect, bro. And anytime I'm live or anything, if you want to come up and hop up, talk about it or whatever, you're more than welcome to, brother.
I know you don't really get into the politics, but I mean, there's got to be an angle that you can come with when it comes to what's taking place, right? Because there was a video. I'm about to get off right now, but there was a video of there was 5 tribal members in Minnesota that got fucking taken by ICE, right? They let one go. They fucking detained 4, let the other one go, and the other 3 can't be found. How do you detain an Indian American? How do you do it? You know how fucking blatantly disrespectful that is, bro?
Yeah,
And
bro.
then they did it where um, ex- exactly where the fuck there was the biggest massacre for their tribe
Mm,
from fucking Abraham Lincoln.
wow.
You know what I mean? If you haven't looked at it, man, go check it out. It's he's a tribal member, a lawyer for the tribal members, and he was up there talking. They can't find 3 of their tribal members, and they're saying they don't know what the fuck what y'all want us to do. But how do you take an American Indian and classify him as an immigrant to the country that was fucking stolen from them?
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Yeah, they're just taking
This
it
shit
too
is
far.
sick, son. This shit is sick.
Yeah, that is pretty sick, bro. And I think I'm gonna use the second channel, the Cuffed Including TV. I switched the name back to that. Yeah, so
Well, you already got freedom inside of your fucking your channel's name. So free from Frederick's Grove, you know what I mean? Free. You're talking some free shit, man. I think it would go places. Like really talking some free shit. Like, you know.
yeah, and I'm gonna use the backup channel. I think for more of the hardcore political stuff because I got almost 2,000 subs on there. Matter of fact, I'm gonna share that link in a little bit, guys, and see if everybody can go sub up. But yeah, that way I can kind of use that one for more the kind of hardcore stuff that I don't want on this channel, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
All
yeah,
right, man. You already know, man. Stay humble, but stay responsibly dangerous. I'll check in with y'all later.
hey, likewise, brother. Have a good day.
You too.
All right, bro. Man, salute to DVS, man. Stuck in the system. I will be dropping a link to his channel in the community section after the live. But yeah, tap in with him, man. He's good people, man.